Well, with a name like the Pirates, you have to have a guy or two that can swipe a bag. And the Pirates absolutely have that here with Derek Jenkins. He leads the nation in steals, and Derek's going to show us in a second just how he does it. But Derek, first of all, I mean, what does that mean for you? You're leading the country when it comes to stolen bases.
It's an honor, honestly. You know, I came up short a couple of years ago, and last year I was a little hesitant on the base path. So this year I just made it a point that not necessarily I wanted to lead the nation, but just to, you know, do my thing and let my legs work for themselves. So it's an honor, and it's been a good experience, but I still got a lot of work to do.
Well, you're pretty familiar with this base here. That's first base, batting over 300 on the year. But you're pretty well accustomed to 90 feet to our right down there at second as well. What's the first thing that goes through your head when it comes to trying to get to that bag?
Well, as soon as I get on base, if there's no one in front of me, the first thing I'm thinking is, which pitch am I going to go on? My number one priority from being here is to make it a double. So a single's got to turn to a double, maybe even a triple at third base. So a walk has to turn into a double, because that just helps my team out so much.
Well, if we move over here for a second, what's the key for you once you're deciding to go to getting a good jump?
Well, first, the lead is a big important part. So as soon as the pitcher gets on the mound, usually it's 2 steps and a shuffle. So I'll take 1, 2, and then 2 shuffles. When you're stealing, you don't want to. A lot of guys go like this and take that first hesitation step, or a false step we call it, and then get going. And we practice this all the time, and with our lead breaks, if you're stealing, this has got to be the first. This leg's got to move first. So you got to swing your arms out and reach across as far as you can, and that usually will get you going quicker, rather than, you know, a lot of guys have the speed, some guys don't, but the quickness of that first move is really it, and getting that initial jump.
Now, when you have a lefty versus a righty first baseman, with the lefty you get that nice sweeping tag. Do you have to stand like a half step closer when that happens?
Not really. I try not to think about that as much. But when I slide back, the most important part is getting to the back part of the bag, because naturally, if the first baseman's tagging, it's going to take him longer to get here than it is to get here. So I'm going for this back edge, and usually I try to pop up quickly in case of an overthrow or something like that.
Want to show us a little bit of that speed that we were talking about?
Yeah, sure. And hopefully I get some of these this weekend, so a little practice early on.
Had the nation lead. Pitch is gone. There you have it. That's going to do it here for On Deck. We'll send it back to John Fanta. I'm Clayton Collier.